Welcome to the Rule of Law Theater. You're probably wondering, what's so important about the rule of law? You might even be asking, what exactly is the rule of law? Well, think of it like an invisible force field that protects your freedom. Freedom to go to school, go to work, practice your religion, express your opinion, and more. It's pretty easy to take for granted, until it's not there.
Okay, imagine if you were just this normal person with a hat and a brand new guitar. And a man just walks up and says, "Hey, give me your guitar." Well, of course you say, "No way," but he just takes it from you. Then someone else comes along and says, "I want your hat." And you say, "No, it's my hat." But they take it anyway. When you try to call the police to tell them your guitar and hat were stolen, there's no one to call. You just hear, "We're sorry, there's no such thing as police." That's because police enforce laws made by the government. No laws means no police. Without laws, anyone could do anything they wanted. We'd be completely out of control. And this would lead to chaos.
Alright, so we don't want chaos. Let's put someone in charge to take control of the situation. What if we had a king?
So picture a king on his throne. Usually he's wise and fair and all that. But today, he's in a bad mood. And he didn't like the way his tea tasted. And the king declared that whoever made this tea should be imprisoned for life. And his royal palace guard asked, "Your Highness, are you sure?" "I'm always sure, and you can go to prison just for asking." The king's court protested and said, "King, you have too much power. It is our turn to rule the kingdom." And the king put them in prison too.
Okay, so that doesn't work. When one person or even a group is in charge, they can abuse their power, and that leads to tyranny. And tyranny leads to no rights and no freedom. No rights, no freedom, no thanks. We definitely don't want tyranny or chaos. We want the rule of law. Our founding fathers would agree.
They were tired of tyranny and sick of being ruled by the King of England. They said, "Let's write a Declaration of Independence and turn these colonies into a sovereign nation governed by the rule of law, not by the rule of a single person." Hooray! That didn't go over well with the king. "That does not pleaseth me," he said. And it took the Revolutionary War for the colonies to become the United States of America. When the dust settled, the founding fathers said, "The Declaration of Independence was awesome, and now we need to follow up with a constitution to create a nation governed by laws, not individuals. It should start with, 'We the people.'" And that was the beginning of our rule of law in the United States of America. It's way better than chaos or being ruled by a tyrannical king.
So in a nutshell, that's how we got the rule of law. And it's worked for over 200 years. But exactly how does it work? You see, the Constitution divided the government into 3 branches, the executive, legislative, and judicial. So everything was balanced and no one branch had more power than the others. It is a system of checks and balances. The courts are kind of like rule of law superheroes, protecting our rights and freedoms. They make sure that everyone is protected by the law equally and fairly, no matter how rich, famous, or powerful you are. The same laws apply to everyone the same way.
So now you know more about the rule of law and why it's important. But so what? I mean, it all seems to be running pretty smoothly. Why do we have to think about it? Because the rule of law only works when citizens, like you and me, get involved. That means we all have the responsibility to preserve the rule of law. And we have the power to protect it.
Remember, all these big ideas about freedom and rights and courts are a real part of your life, every day. Because you understand the rule of law, now you can help preserve it, for all of us.
Ooh.